Can we get Bruce? I feel like the looks on their faces.
Yeah, he actually looks excited that he
correspond
scored
with the
some
stance. Like Coach should be ear to ear, Wild should be mid, and Bruce should be angry.
Well, that's an astonished look on my face. Like, that's the score?
And also, by the way, if people are curious how we got there on the scoring, of course, the scoring rules, which is very simple. And by the way, it was brought to our attention we had a misprint in there. That has been fixed. We appreciate it.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
a viewer
said that I had written if the Raiders upset the Raiders. But that's obviously not going to happen. It's the Raiders upset the Ravens. That's how the scoring works. Greg and Coach crushing, but they've missed their last two.
We have.
A lot of pressure.
We have. There is a lot of pressure, but when you are that guy, Punxsutawney Phil of, I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Of upset alert, you do what you do. And so this week, I was kind of forced out of not picking the team that I really wanted to pick. I'll digress from that.
Understand.
But the New Orleans Saints.
Wow.
The New Orleans Saints.
A 10-pointer.
Wow.
They are
swinging
back.
for the fences. There's no way to
Here you go again.
I will admit the last
back
few
in
times
charge.
I said that I was wrong.
Saints back in charge, and I'll tell you why. Are they getting Taysom Hill back? Chris Olave coming back? Cesar Ruiz, the center. Like, they're getting all these guys back. Spencer Rattler, been grading you on the curve because you haven't had all your weapons. We don't quite know who you are. Can't really grade you properly because you haven't had everybody at your disposal. Clint Kubiak, now you got more weapons. We're going to ask more of you. This is a team that you're playing that doesn't give up a lot of points. We know that. But it doesn't matter because you don't score a whole lot of points, but all you got to do is just get the ball in the end zone a couple times. Because that team that you're playing don't score a lot of points either. And so naturally they're going to run the ball. I know what you're saying, New Orleans Saints fans. We can't stop the run. Yeah. Well, there are a lot of teams across the league that feel the same way, and a lot of fans that share that same sentiment. But if you just buckle down and stop the run, easy dub. Let's go, Saints.
Dub. And by the way, let me add, Chargers short week. Herbert a little banged up.
He is.
Getting 7.
He has no one to throw the ball to. They don't throw it anyway. So, I mean.
Scored 0 touchdowns last week.
Not bad.
This is how you get 10 points.
I like that.
Outright win.
See, I'm not out here just searching, fishing for huge points, all right? Okay. I'm picking the game I think is going to happen.
Well, you should also pick the one that's going to happen.
And that one is the Eagles over the Bengals.
Oh, I like that one.
The Eagles soar behind Saquon.
Easy.
Nick, dare I say, because I heard Saquon Barkley on a podcast recently talking about how much he and the players like Nick Sirianni. He said going in, he really didn't think he'd be feeling Sirianni and his antics. But he said you got to be who you are, and the players feed off that. So vibes are increasing and improving in Philadelphia. Now, if they lose, maybe they'll go away. But they are flying high after beating the Giants handily. I think they figured out a little more about the identity. Give it to Saquon, let him run. You cook occasionally with A.J. Brown. And the defense, Nick, look, I'm not saying they're world beaters defensively, but they have improved drastically. Now, I wouldn't call them top 5 or anything like that, but they have improved. They're 6th in the league in scoring defense, top 10 in some passing categories defensively. So I think that combination, because they're facing a one-sided team, which is the Bengals, who have a great offense and a poor defense. So I've got Philadelphia going into Cincinnati and pulling off the
I like that a lot.
May I ask one clarifying question?
Yep.
Are you still on Funk Watch? Is the Funk over?
No, the Funk's over.
The Funk's definitively over.
I declared the Funk over. Now, the Funk's always lurking.
Okay.
The Funk's. Y'all don't like the facts. The Funk is always lurking, but it's over right now.
It's over right now.
So this won't be a Funk game.
So if they,
I think it's the word over that we get. It's more of like a rash. Like it can go away.
They got the Funk out of their face.
But it can pop up again. It's not like a broken arm. Like, as you're broken, like remember when Greg had that arm thing? That's done with.
Yeah.
But remember when Nick had the rash? Could flare up.
I don't know where we're at now, but yeah, Eagles soar behind Saquon.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk about your rash. That's my bad.
Is it okay?
Time now for the TMI football. It's not TMI. I just made it up. Make his upset alert. Why do they call me Puck Football? Well, Is it because I cover with fur and live in a log? No, just a coincidence. Patriots over the Jets, and I know it's my hometown team.
Right, yeah, this is clearly a home.
But again,
Drew is such a jerk.
it's not. I'm going to lay out, Drew. I'm going to lay it out perfectly.
Drew is a bad guy once a week and only once a week, and it's during his reaction to your guys' picks during this segment.
And also during something or nothing or must win.
Yeah, anything involving scoring, Drew turns into a bad guy.
Scoring made for a good segment, but it will tear the show apart. The show will be over, but there'll be some good segments in the meantime until we get there. Okay. Again, I said earlier, I'm the only people that have called this correct. Last night on Thursday Night Football, Richard Sherman was upset, and Whitworth was upset. It's like, guys, they're like, I wouldn't like that if I was a player. Those are fighting words. Like, that's the point. That was the strategy. He wasn't asked, are you soft? And he volunteered and called the Patriots, his own team, soft. And he did say he was coaching that way, so he did take personal responsibility. So why did that happen? Because against the Jags, they ran for 171 yards. 124 yards were yards after contact. So you might say, hey, week 3, the Jets destroyed the Patriots. Oh, they crushed them. It's going to be like that again. Well, that week was the Jets were angry and the Patriots were soft. They're pre-soft. Yeah. But now the Jets want to have more fun and the Patriots are going to be tougher. Also, what moves do we make? Jacoby Brissett, we sat down on the bench. Drake May is in, who is performing tremendous. Meanwhile, the Jets have fired their coach and haven't won a game since then. So I think if you're the Patriots coach, we're obviously not going to run the same game plan that we just had against the Jets. But if you're Ulbrich, what are you going to do? Hey, we just beat this team 24-3. Do you want to blow up the playbook? Like, no, you're going to run the same stuff. Correct, Greg? They couldn't stop us. It worked.
It worked.
We're going to do something brand new because we only scored 3 points. So for those reasons, Patriots straight up over Jets.
I'm rooting for you.
But you don't believe it?
No, I think the Patriots are terrible. Truly, truly terrible. I think the Jets are bad. I think the Patriots are truly terrible. But I would love for this to be the way they're
This would end the Aaron Rodgers.
Nick's picks.
Let's go.
1-2 last week.
1-2?
1-2. What do you want from me? The Titans start up 10-0 and can't cover 9.5. Tampa, man, Tampa got the injuries, some bad luck, but whatever. Still profitable on the year. 11-9-1. Okay. But we need another 3-0 week. So we're going to start one of the bigger dogs of the weekend. Cleveland getting 8 points. It's too many points for an AFC North game. Certainly too many points on the road. Certainly too many points when the Ravens love letting teams backdoor cover.
That's true.
They leave that back door wide open at all times. And I really believe the Browns are going to be reinvigorated by having the best quarterback play that they will have had since Joe Flacco was playing for him from Jameis Winston. Browns +8. They don't win. This feels 27-23 Baltimore. Next, Atlanta, road favorite. You might be like, road favorite, Nick. Since week 5, road favorites are 16-2 against the spread. I'm laying less than a field goal. I feel like Tampa probably is going to lose twice because of that Baltimore game. Once against Baltimore, and then once coming is short week, the injuries, the kind of psychological feel of like, man, did our season kind of go to hell in, just a short period of time? Also, the Bucs defense has been, people have cooked on it. Kirk, remember, just played them and threw for 500 yards in that game. I think Atlanta wins by more than a field goal. Atlanta laying 2.5. And another road favorite, Chicago -3. How about Matt Eberflus? Not many people are saying it. The new Andy Reid, I don't know, 3-0 in his career off a bye. It's not 22-4, but it's something. He's coming off a bye. Bears defense is excellent. Caleb is cooking. They're playing Marcus Mariota, who I understand looked good this past week. I don't think he's going to have the same level of success this week. Now, the Commanders are acting like Jaden might play. He's not going to play. No. Vegas would not let this line stay at Bears -3 or 2.5 to 3 all week if Jaden were going to play. So, Cleveland getting 8 at home against Baltimore. Atlanta laying 2.5 at Tampa. And the Bears laying 3 at Washington. That's a 3-0 weekend.
You know what? I feel more confident about that 3-0 week than any of your 3-0 weeks ever.
Thank you, KW. I appreciate that.
And my upset. I'll be 4-0 if I could take mine.
That doesn't make up for you telling the audience that I had a some type of rash, but it's a big step in the right direction.
Is that
I
better?
apologize for that.
Drew